Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, the hiccups are finally gone. But enough about that, I have business to discuss. Ask SlimKirby! That's right, that's what I'm here for. I've been promising this for a while now, and it seems like a good time to at least start it, and then I can maybe post some of the answer videos on my video posting anniversary, which is actually next Saturday, July 4th. July 4th is when I made my very first video, and 2 years later I'm still making videos, so yeah. Good stuff, I guess. Anyways, I think I'll talk very quickly about Ask SlimKirby and what it's going to be about. You've probably seen a few of these series on YouTube already, and it's very simple and self-explanatory. What you, the viewers, are going to do is you're going to ask me a question. You don't have to ask me a question. You can just, skip it and not worry about asking me anything. But if you do have a question for me, this is your chance to answer it. Questions can be about anything. They can be about YouTube, about making Let's Plays, video games, since that's usually a big subject for me. And you can also ask some general questions about my hobbies, stuff I like in real life, and just, stuff like that. So you have your option, you have your pick. So feel free to ask me a question about anything and everything, I guess. Maybe not everything, but yeah, you get the idea. I am going to allow a maximum of 2 questions per person. I think 1 might be enough because I really don't want to answer almost 2,000 questions from 2,000 people, and if you times that by 2, you'd get around 4,000. So yeah, I really don't want that many questions. But if you have a very good question, I really suggest you ask it. You can ask me some simple questions and some general questions as well, but keep in mind that I'd probably give a very short response to it, maybe yes or no. Or if it's just a one-word answer, then I might just give that. But I do encourage lengthy and deep questions that really get the old noggin thinking. So yeah, feel free to ask me 2 questions at max. Please do not try to go for any more than that, because I'd have a field day working with all those questions. So, just some general rules and guidelines. Make sure whenever you make a question, make sure you view all the comments. You don't have to go through every single comment. And then when you're on the view all comments page, just hit CTRL F, and then just do a small little search for the keywords of your question, just to make sure that nobody else has asked it already. That's usually a good way to check to make sure if your question's been taken or not. And then if it looks pretty clear for the most part, you can go ahead and ask it, but yeah, just be warned that if it is a duplicate question, I will not answer it again, and you'd probably just waste a question by doing that. So just keep that in mind. Stay true to the categories I gave earlier. Don't try to usually venture too far away from that. Otherwise, you'll get a lot of answers like, I don't know, or I have no idea, or I'm not familiar with this subject, stuff like that. So, stay within the confines of those topics I gave earlier. As for, personal questions, like I said, you could ask me, what's my favorite hobby, and, just about my hobbies, and, stuff like that. But don't go, too deep. Don't ask me, what's my address, or how can I send actual mail to you, or, stuff like that. Don't ask me questions like that. Otherwise, you'd be wasting your question, and I'd be a bit uncomfortable with getting that question to begin with. So do not send me too personal questions. As for joke questions, I will accept joke questions, but don't make it just joke questions. I'm making the series so I can actually help people. One of the reasons I began the formation of this series is because I've been getting a lot of questions from people who ask me, how do I start my own Let's Plays, or what do you think is the best software to do Let's Plays, how do you do them, and just questions like that. I have a hidden agenda in mind with this series. I'm planning to actually use this as a bit of an FAQ series as well. So if people have questions for me, then by gum, I can give them the answers, and I can point them in the direction of these videos so they can find the answers to their much needed questions. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good way of taking a crack at this. So yeah, just generally try to avoid joke questions. If you have a very good joke question, go ahead and ask it, but try to think of some good non-joke questions before you actually resort to doing that, because I think that could be a way to benefit you, and benefit me, and benefit others, and we all love helping others, don't we? So yeah, the last thing I'm going to talk about is how I'm going to be releasing videos of this series. I'm posting the question video on today, Sunday, June 28th, and on July 4th, I am going to be posting a series of videos. I don't know how many videos, do not ask me. So yeah, I'll be posting a series of videos on that date, and if I have any extras, which I know I will, during the course of the summer, I will go back to some of those questions, and I will, re-answer them. Or, well, not re-answer them, but answer them for the first time, just so I can get everybody's questions out of the way. And then also, when I start posting the videos on July 4th, I'm also going to disable the comments for this video, because I don't want to get too many questions at once. You'll have a week to ask your question, which I think is a fair deadline. And that way I don't get swarmed with even more questions while I'm still trying to finish up the other ones. So I could probably even get a lot of longevity out of this series, because I could be doing this for as long as I keep getting questions. So yeah, I mean, this could go on forever, but at one point I am probably going to put an official stop to this. So yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. But otherwise, I think that's about it. Keep all the things I said in mind, and feel free to ask your 1 or 2 questions. And I will see you on Sunday, or not Sunday, on Saturday for the first few videos of Ask SlimKirby. And also I'll have my normal video updates during the week as well, so stay tuned for those. But otherwise, that's about it. See you guys next time. Later.